Okay, boys. About that time. It's about that time. It's about that time. Bro, where did I go in my chair? I know I'm a little late. My bad. I like to sleep like a regular human being. Jingliu's, the skill details, her kit details, and more importantly, the light cone have finally been revealed. And now it's time for me to do my usual and tell you guys whether or not this character is going to be worth pulling for at all with or without their light cone, their signature, in fact. Let's talk about it. So in order to understand the character, we need to go over some of the things pertaining to her kit. So we're going to do that briefly real quick, and then I'm going to jump into what we have going on with the light cone. You looking at this enhanced skill, which is basically, this is the bread and butter of your kit. You're going to be doing this all the time. Moon on Glacial River. I don't dislike the name of this light cone, but it's a lot. That's a lot of words, bro. Syzygy. Who knows how to pronounce this? Syzygy. I think it's called Syzygy. It deals ice damage to a single enemy target and a proportional amount of ice damage to adjacent targets. They're coming up with new words for different meanings. One of these days, we're gonna crack the code. We're gonna figure out what like small damage, big damage, and large damage mean, but for them. Proportional, I feel like a proportional size means a really good chunk of damage, right? Like over 50%. That's what I'm feeling right now. Consumes a number of stacks of Syzygy. This ability does not consume skill points. Dope. Talent, this is gonna turn her into basically 2B. All right, so 2B transformation is going to enter inside of her spectral transmigration state. Oh wait, no, it says what? When Jingliu has a number of Syzygy stacks. A number? Don't we? Oh, they don't have it here. All right, whatever. So whenever she gets these stacks filled out, she's going to turn into 2B. She's going to transform into 2B, give her advance. Oh, action advance forward. Yes. And crit rate increased. Okay. We like these things. We like these things a lot. Transcendent Flash is the name of her skill. And now we don't have to say this long ass name anymore. We can just say Transcendent Flash. Or if you like Bleach, just call it Getsuga Tensho. Anyhow, this is going to consume HP from all other allies equal to a percentage of their respective max HP. This cannot reduce allies' HP lower to 1. Cool, I like that little safety feature they have going on there. Jingliu's attack increases proportionally. There's that word again. This has to mean gigantic. Proportionally has to mean like a gigantic chunk of whatever. Based on the total HP consumed from all allies for this attack, capped at a percentage of her base attack. Okay, what this is telling me off rip, very similar to Jing Yuan, you're gonna want a certain amount of attack. There might be some diminishing values here. I haven't tested that with any kind of Google Sheet yet, but there might be some diminishing values. Point being is that you're gonna want a large chunk of your base attack so that your cap can be reached as high as possible. So if you guys can get like a 4,500 attacking Jingliu, no complaints. If you get a 3,500 attacking Jingliu, awesome. The higher attack stat you have, I believe this is saying the higher your cap is going to be. Maybe there's gonna be a certain lock, right? Like if the cap is, I don't know, 250%, and it's like, oh yeah, well, you can't get any higher than 3,200 attack before the cap becomes a diminishing return. So don't go past 3,200 attack. That's fine. I enjoy characters like that because it gives you more definition on what this character can and can't do. But if the ceiling is super high, then by all means. She can't enter the special spectral transmigration state again. I feel like that'd be kind of obvious, right? Like how would you transform again? Like unless you like had a Super Saiyan 2, I don't think you could go Super Saiyan while being Super Saiyan. I don't think that's how that works, but it's whatever. Syzygy can stack up to 3 times. When Syzygy becomes 0, Jingliu will exit the spectral transmigration state. Cool. And then this is her skill, her basic skill. Okay. Use basic skill. It gains a number of stacks of Syzygy. Why couldn't they just say how many this gains? It doesn't make. All right, you got it. You got it, bro. Gains a number. Okay, so skill and ultimate are how you gain stacks. Now let's go into her actual light cone, guys. We're over here looking at the light cone. This light cone, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, if y'all have seen the fake light cone art that's going around of Jingliu, hands down the much better light cone. I think this light cone, as far as like a art, bare bones, it's no bueno. I don't like it. They could have done so much more with this light cone. I feel like have you guys seen what is it, Topaz's light cone or something like that? The art that's been going around for that one. Dude, it just, or Gwenite, come on, man. Like all the 4 stars have cool looking art. They just slap her splash art on there. I'm like, this is lame, man. It could have been so much better. But regardless, I shall be my own sword. Level 80, this is going to give you about 1,100 HP, 580 attack, and then about 400 defense. Not too bad for a stat stick. Good stuff. The ability with this Evening Jade increases the wearer's crit damage by 20%. Whoa, I like that. When an ally gets attacked or loses HP, the wearer gains 1 stack of Eclipse, up to a max of 3 stacks. Each stack of Eclipse increases the damage of the wearer's next attack by 14%. When 3 stacks are reached, additionally enables the attack to ignore 12%. Oh my god, okay. Timeout. Just from me reading this alone, this might actually be one of, if not the strongest light cone in the game. This is easily like a top 3 light cone. How this light cone functions, now we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And there's not a lot of description, so it shouldn't be too difficult to understand, but certain words that they use, and we just kind of can use Hoyoverse's track record, may mean or not mean something. So for those that play Genshin, I believe it was Raiden. I don't remember if it was a light cone specifically or if it was her ult. Something, I think it was her ult. It didn't, not her light cone, wow, her weapon. It was her ult, and it didn't work with Beto, even though by wording, right, the way it's worded, it should 100% work with Beto as a character, but it did not. And it took them, I think, a week or two to come out and like admit that, like, oh yeah, it just don't work. We intended for that to be that way. Why didn't you write this in the bubble of text, right? This long ass Yu-Gi-Oh card. Why didn't you write that? So I'm very skeptical whenever they don't verbatim say and mean what they want. When an ally gets attacked or loses HP, the wearer gains 1 stack of Eclipse. I'm not so keen on the when an ally gets attacked. Here's where my problem comes into play with this light cone. When they lose HP, this could mean, because we just saw that with Jingliu's skill, Transcendent Flash is going to take away HP from everybody on the team, right? All her allies. If this is only for Jingliu, this light cone then becomes a very close to a must pull category, not because you need it, but because if she's already going to be doing this and you're going to max the stacks out from getting your 3 partners anyway, that automatically gives you like a 40 something percent. What's 14 times 3? 14, 28, 42. That's like a 42% damage increase, right? Almost 50% damage increase on top of the 12% defense ignore or defense penetration that you're getting every single time she does it. So whenever they have that, there's so much about this light cone that needs to be broken down. Okay, so the damage increase, your 12% defense ignore, which no other light cone in the game has, to my understanding. This is Zila territory in terms of like, I'm gonna hit you as hard as I can, no matter what. You're always gonna get this because she's always gonna take away 3 HP, right? All her teammates, unless they're dead, she's gonna suck up their HP, immediately gets her max stacks. Max stacks says that when you have 3 stacks reached, you're gonna get the 12% defense ignore, boom. She's always gonna be popping for this crap. It's ridiculous. Then it goes away after she uses the attack. Loses HP is where I'm kind of like, right? Because anyone can lose HP. DOT, you could lose HP from DOT. You could lose HP, like the whole Fu Xuan thing. Fu Xuan with her force field, and Fu Xuan loses HP because somebody else got attacked. That would count as 2. That should theoretically count as 2 stacks. Fu Xuan lost HP, and then whoever got attacked, that's 3 stacks. Someone got attacked, they lost HP, and Fu Xuan lost HP. That should count as 3 stacks. My problem with how they word these light cones is they play such coded games. I don't understand why they do that. This light cone could be the best thing in Star Rail for destruction characters or in general right now. Or it could be only for Jingliu, and that's where we get into that weird no one else can use it kind of thing. Obviously, I'm still gonna test it. I'm gonna like write these things out, but based off what we're looking at so far, that would be my biggest problem, is the loses HP factor. If this counts, right, like DOT, boom, they lost some damage from DOT to Jingliu or whoever the wearer gains a stack. Oh, this person got attacked, they gained a stack. Oh, this person, Fu Xuan, lost HP, they gained a stack. If it works that way, you're gonna have constant stacks like crazy. The way to balance that out would to just not have loses HP, or when Jingliu takes HP away, or when the wearer, that's probably better, when the wearer takes or consumes HP from the party, something like that. But I'm okay with Yu-Gi-Oh card descriptions if they're very like specific. They say exactly what they mean and they mean what they say. I'm cool with that. When you have these broad terms like, okay, when an ally gets attacked or loses HP. Now, if I get this light cone and I play the game and I get hit with a DOT, like if my freaking Japard gets hit with DOT and he doesn't freaking give me a stack, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be so upset. Like, dude, that the light cone says it should trigger and it's not triggering, but whatever. Ultimate question. Do I think this is a must pull? I kind of answered that for you guys already, so we're wrapping this video up here now. I feel like this is gonna be a must pull for the character. It's looking to be, I'm just throwing numbers out of my head here. It's looking to be a significant damage increase. I'd even go as close to saying like 30%. Again, throwing out numbers. It could be less than 30%. It could be more than 30%. Shit, it could be 27.1% damage. I don't know. but I'm saying this in a way that the light cone and what it does, what it allows, and then putting this in Jingliu's hands at E0, fire, phenomenal, fantastic thing to have. This is a fantastic light cone ability to put on anybody, and increases the crit damage by 20%. On top of if you're running the ice set, listen, okay, this is even better. If you're running the ice set, that's a 25% ultimate crit damage increase, and then this gives you a raw crit damage increase. So it's 20%. The ultimate is getting you 25%. You do her ultimate. Let's say that you have the stacks because somebody got hit, whatever. Then now you basically kill whatever you want in the game. You see what I'm saying? Like there's a crazy thing. Her going into 2B transformation gives her an increased crit rate. We know what it is, right? All right, cool. Yang-Xing, it's a Yang-Xing crit rate enhance. We can assume you're gonna crit all the time in that mode, okay? 2B's always hitting critical hits. She's got the body for it. So we're here now. I like this. I like the fact that you could also run this with Quantum. Quantum set gives you a 10% damage reduction on the 2-piece alone, right? Or my bad, 4-piece. The 4-piece alone gives you a 10%, why am I saying like that? 10% damage ignore or defense ignore. This gives you 12%, that's 22%. And then it backdoors. The 4-piece backdoors. Like, oh yeah, is that thing weak to quantum, by the way? All right, let me check this real quick. Oh, it's weak to quantum. Bet. You are now going to get hit by a 20% damage defense penetration. I keep saying damage. 20% defense penetration on top of the 10, that's 30%. On top of the 12%, that's 42%. You have a 42% damage increase, and then a 42% defense penetration, all from the light cone and whatever relic set you're running, or in this case the quantum set. This is disgusting. GG's, you're done. All I need is multipliers. The last of what I would need to solidify my opinion on Jingliu versus the whole Imbiber de Lune thing and whether or not she's gonna sit up there in S+ or higher, like in the God tier or anything like that, I need the multipliers. Right now, this character is on par with Imbiber de Lune. Just based off reading the kit, how I felt about reading his kit, without numbers involved, how they should function as a character, and Imbiber de Lune status, free, easy. She is going to be one of the strongest, if not the strongest character in the game, given the fact that you're gonna give her light cone. If you don't, it should be okay. I want to see what the other destruction light cones have real quick, because this increases crit rate, that's great, and then Dragon's Call, this would be good for Blade, this would be good for Imbiber de Lune, right? Blade's thing, same thing, their damage increases by 24%. This wouldn't really be good on Jingliu. Jingliu's light cone wouldn't really be good on him. Oh, that's another thing. If ally also includes yourself, like other light cones do, it'll work. If it doesn't, it won't work. So that's a really big thing too. Like if you take damage, will this trigger for the stacks? No? All right, well then move along. But if not, whatever. You're probably looking at this though. You guys are looking at the free-to-play options. What are my free-to-play options? This might not be bad. I don't think this works the same way that swordplay does, right? Swordplay counts the physical attacks, the number of attacks that you can do, and then it adds them up. I think this counts as like you attack, you attack, you attack, you attack. So over time, yes, you're gonna be able to get this attack percent increase, and this is gonna be superimposed. This will be really big for her. We did look over the fact that she's gonna want the attack increase, right? The base attack. So this will be really nice for her in the actual fight. Whenever she inflicts weakness break on the enemies, her damage is gonna increase by 24%. You may or may not trigger that. All the Aeon's looking really good. Secret Vow is something that I've seen a lot of people talking about. Increase the damage dealt by the wearer by 40%. That's just a raw damage increase. Really good. This is going to be a little bit of a 50-50, because if you're equal to, which means you're both at 100%, you're going to be doing this extra, whatever damage. Cool. If they're higher than you, that means that you would have to have lower HP. And from what we can tell, she's not consuming her own HP. She's consuming the team's HP. So she's fine. Jingliu's probably perfectly fine. It's not impossible to walk around here with a max HP Jingliu. So I don't know. We'll see. Under the Blue Sky. Is this a crit one? No, oh yeah, it is a crit one. This one might be okay. If you have an S5 version of it, you can increase your crit rate for free. So it kind of makes up for it, and you still get the attack percent. That could be okay. At this point, a Secret Vow on the Fall of an Aeon seem to be the two go-to destruction light cones outside of getting their signature light cones. If you don't have the signature light cone, on the Fall of an Aeon or Secret Vow, based off of what her character does, what the light cone does, the different relic options that I just told you about, the combinations of what you can do with these characters. I almost did the combination thing. It's going to be phenomenal. How I made this a 20-minute video, I don't know. I just talked and I wanted this to be 10 freaking minutes, bro. Oh my, there's so much that I want to talk about with this character. God, I'm on the fence of grabbing her light cone 100%. If any of you ask me, should you get light cone or Eidolon, should you get light cone or this, should you get light cone or that, I'm gonna tell you get the light cone free 100%. No debating it. Get the light cone if you can manage it. If you can't, don't get the light cone. There are other options. Just know and accept the fact you're gonna have there's the damage difference between her light cone equipped with everything else and then everything else, leagues of a difference, dude. It's gonna be such a huge difference in terms of what you're getting damage out of because of what it allows you to do. Then you get into the rotations and how you play. I'm out of here. I gotta go. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, do leave a like, comment down below. Let me know if you guys are gonna get the and gals, you're gonna get the light cone, because we have ladies that are a part of the community now. Hi, welcome. I hope you're having a nice time and no one is disrespecting you and other nice things and whatnot. But let me know if you're gonna get the light cone, because I'm gonna get the light cone, probably 2 of them. I'm not getting 2, I'm not rich, I can't do that, but I will be getting 1 for my Jingliu. Let me know if you're gonna be doing the same thing. Spread the video, like, comment, all that fun stuff. Smell you later.